What's going on, Trey? Happy Feel Good Friday.
Yes.
Once again, we in the building.
Once again in the building, always as ever coordinated. You got to see the red socks with the blue shoes.
You got to coordinate.
It's all the way coordinated.
Like John
up in here.
Witherspoon said, you got to coordinate
Hey,
always.
Look good, feel good.
Absolutely.
I'm with it. So first off, blue.
Yes. Oh my God. That was an amazing show.
Amazing show. You got to see it recently. I was geeking out. I'm gonna tell you, I was geeking out because honestly, I think I went into it going, I'm not sure if I'm gonna, really enjoy this. I'm not really sure. The story is kind of like, oh, it's a little bit tough for us.
Yeah.
I was really having these kind of ideas that I wasn't sure what I was gonna, how I was gonna walk away from it.
Right.
But I'm telling you, to be in a space of Seattle Opera with this white audience when the Black message was so stark and strong and alive.
Absolutely.
I was blown away.
Absolutely. I have to commend everybody who was a part of that show, from the cast to the crew to the directors. Thank you so much for bringing that narrative to that industry and institution. You don't hear those conversations being had on that type of a stage and in front of that type of an audience. So to be in the room when that was taking place was just amazing. And again, it was my first opera ever. So that's, setting the bar real high.
Setting the bar a little too high for me. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how your audience reacted to it, but I'm gonna tell you, the audience I was in, it was sniffles and tissues, and the lady next to me was practically bawling.
Yeah,
it was like these white folks were finally like, oh my, like it was showing something to them in an environment that they're comfortable in,
right?
But with a message they're most likely not comfortable with.
Exactly.
And that to me I was like, oh, Tazewell.
Right.
I was like, Tazewell Thompson, the writer and the director of this play, you guys, I'm telling you, if you don't go to any other opera, check out Blue right now at McCall Hall. Look it up. It's going on until March 12th. That wasn't even in our set today for us to talk about, but I know that you saw it. Had to breach it. So glad you saw it.
Yes,
well, you've been obviously out in community as always. I know you got a few things you want to share with us today.
Yeah.
Tell us about this statue you were out there checking out.
Yeah, so I had the honor and privilege of attending the unveiling celebration of the Dr. James Washington and Mrs. Janie Washington Foundation's statue at the Midtown Center. So as you all might know, there was a fountain that existed on that corner of 23rd and Union for years, right in front of Earl's. It was there forever. Obviously, that land got developed, and the developers as well as the community made sure that that piece came back to that block. And to just take it a step forward, they actually created, along with artist Barry Johnson, a statue of Dr. James in his likeness, and it's absolutely beautiful. There was an unveiling party, there was poetry, there was spoken word, there was proclamations. The mayor was there. Miss Helens was there. We got to eat some Miss Helens food for I don't even know how long it's been since I've had that. So it was just a beautiful moment. And so we got a little clip for you guys.
Against the odds, who going up? Master men, making a goal of life. Deep is the hunger in life's springtime, the soul's sincere desire somewhere to be had. Steer by a star, stars of thought, go up for glory, the crowning experience, the beautiful necessity beyond east and west. Here's how and when his eye is on the sparrow.
Oh my word.
Yes.
T-Dub. Like when I see this stuff happening, the intentionality, I mean, I gotta say this. for-profit developers, Lake
Mhm.
Union Partners, and
Right.
everybody they've worked with, they really, I know Africatown was a main driver because ACOT was like,
Yes.
hey, look, if you're going to
Yes.
be developing this huge project, you got to do it right.
Right.
But they really are doing it right.
They are
That was
really,
beautiful.
yeah, absolutely. They're really doing it right, and they're taking it a step beyond the basis of checking the boxes. You know what I mean? And I think that's the part that's most important to community. You know what I mean? Think beyond checking a box. You know what I mean? Think of us as human beings. Think of us as people who have vested interest in this area and in this land. And let's continue the legacy.
It's really necessary. I think some people will talk about the affordability of the space,
Right.
which, they're not affordable apartment homes. That's
Yeah,
the
they're
truth.
a little
But
up
I
there.
think that one of the things that I will say is, for people who may be moving in there that have no idea of the area they're moving into,
Right.
the fact that this building is plastered with Black brilliant art
Yeah.
and history and culture, maybe they will be able to read into it. Maybe it'll encourage them to look more into the history.
Absolutely.
And maybe, some way that's a way of awakening that part of the psyche to really
Sure.
understand that, hey, this is the place I'm occupying.
Right.
Beautiful. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, your little clips are coming together amazing,
I
my
appreciate it.
friend.
I'm about to be the clip queen as well as the
Yeah,
art queen and
I'm with
Converge
it.
real quick. So
I'm really with it.
Yeah.
And so also there was an amazing event that happened over at Amazon. I know one of my
Yeah.
interns was there. We're trying to put a little clip together too, but tell us about this event.
Yes, so the Black Market, hosted by Amazon's Black Employee Network, as well as their Building Black Businesses Association, in conjunction with Building Black Wealth LLC, they hosted an event this past weekend, full of vendors, full of Black businesses. There was a speaking portion with former Seahawk Jordan Babineau, music, food, drinks, live art by my brother Moses' son. I was actually there helping him take care of his little vending situation while he was live painting. So that's why I was there and was able to experience and catch all this goodness, all this beautiful Black business that's going on in Seattle. Seeing it concentrated in an institution like that was just amazing. So that's what we got for you.
My
Man.
gosh, when you talk about all of the vendors in the building,
Man,
T-Dub.
it was cool because I came up. So T-Dub Customs is my business. I've been in business for about 5 or 6 years now, and I do custom clothing and sneakers. I came up on the vendor scene, so I did all of my networking through vendor markets. So going back here, obviously I wasn't vending this time, but to see all the old cronies being like, "Hey, what you got going on?" It was like, it was like a reunion. So it was really cool to be there.
That's one of the things I love so much about our community here is that, every single sector creates a community within community.
Sure.
And it's a beautiful thing to witness. And I got to always say, shout out to all of you vendors out there, because I know what it is for you to be getting up early, packing your cars, getting a truck if you need to get all of your stuff down there.
Man.
My intern was just blown away. She said, man, there was a lot of people that came through there. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think, again, it was an opportunity for, tech workers to get exposed to these amazing Black businesses right here
Absolutely.
in their location, in their locale.
Absolutely.
And to say, wait a minute, I can really be, hey, all this money I'm making,
Right.
let me start, really, supporting these Black businesses,
Right.
and really getting connected to them. Because what I always say is about relationship when it comes to Black vending. I mean,
Absolutely.
probably all vending,
Yeah.
but I always love to talk about Black vending.
Of course.
But that
of
was
course.
beautiful to see.
Yeah,
it
and
come
shouts out to
together
the
like
Black Employee Network at Amazon, as well as Building Black Wealth, for putting that event on. And I know they have plans to continue and do things like this of this nature. So more to come.
Yeah, more to
Yeah,
come.
definitely.
Well, also, I'm excited of what's to come on Monday. We got
Yeah.
Art of the Matter, episode 4.
Episode 4,
Man,
y'all.
tell us about it.
Man, I'm so excited. So we're going back to Belize again with episode 4. We got to feature Kevin last time at episode 3. This time we are featuring the master, the legend, Mr. Penn Cayetano. Now, when you hear about Belizean art, his name is synonymous with it. You know, we got to visit him at his studio, meet his wife, learn about his history, his upbringing, and the conversation was just magnificent. And you'll get to see that on Monday live right here on Converge Media.
Right here on Converge.
Yeah.
We have a clip, Salman? Okay.
Let's roll it.
I'm a Garifuna. Yeah. So I speak Garifuna. I work with my mother at the farm, dig up cassava, plant the cassava, chop the farm, clean up the farm and everything like that. But I'm still painting, you know. In the morning I go to the farm and by 10 o'clock I'll be back home every day. Every day. Sunday, Monday, every day. You see, the art passed through my veins and my blood and everything, and I feel like, yeah, it's art got to come out. It's got to come out. It's got to come out. But art is my life. Art is my life.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Well, of course, I love that I'm in this episode.
You
but,
are, yeah.
But I gotta say, you know, art is my life. I mean, the one thing that that resonates with me about Penn Cayetano's work and his legacy is you can do what you love and make a living with it.
Sure.
You're really a great example of that too, T-Dub. I gotta say. I mean, honestly, you know, seeing you move through community and seeing you connect with these artists on Art of the Matter, it is something to be said that it's just a brilliant piece of work.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And we are really coming with it this first season. I'm blown away by what we were able to accomplish in these episodes and super looking forward to the second half of the season. This conversation with Penn was definitely amazing and eye-opening and just affirming in what we do in the longevity that it can create. Like when you give so much of yourself to a craft, the way in which you receive it back becomes cyclical in a way. And it's like, it drives you, it drives me. And I know it drives him as well. So.
Well, I also got to say, I mean, you know, your waves are on fleek. I don't even know if fleek is still a thing, but your waves are banging. And I got to send a special shout out to you too, because, you know, I don't know if that was last week, but you were in a show. I've heard so much about this show that happened at Langston Hughes and dancing and the whole vibe.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't have a recap of that for you guys, but I'm telling you, T-Dub was out there.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So we were in the Black Drag Show. Yeah, a couple weekends ago. Coach Giggs, obviously cutting up. He put together a phenomenal show of artists locally and from outside of the state. It was a beautiful show. We was in Langston turning up. It was so fun. The cutting up dancers killed it. Everybody who was on the stage was just absolutely phenomenal. I was so happy to be a part of that because obviously Black History Month, Black drag is a thing that is a part of the performance culture here. So to bring that institution to Langston Hughes was just another thing. So it was just really, really great to be a part of.
Man, I can't wait to get Coach Giggs on here, man.
Yes.
That is my bro, and I can't wait to
Giggs.
really get him here because we have yet to actually spotlight him. So, hey, be looking out for me because I'm going to be reaching out.
Yes.
T-Dub, as always a pleasure to have you here on Feel Good Friday.
Likewise,
Thank you for always
Trey.
setting the tone.